Salim from Notorious S back with another video, baby. Hey man, grab your popcorn, whatever, grab a notepad, sit down, because this is a serious topic. I'm dead ass. Let's just say this, okay? Living life on your own terms is much harder than most people will admit it. Why? Because look, if you look around you, just look around you, you'll see people that live in fear. And when I say fear, it's not like you see it on their faces, but on the daily, in their everyday lives, you can kind of notice, you know, the way they go about things. They're on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're going down the drain. They're like that dead fish down water. Or they live their lives chasing a goal that was set to them just because they don't want to disappoint the expectations of other people, i.e. maybe their parents or people around them. I'm saying because they're overtaken by the feeling of wanting to really belong. I want to be a part of the pack. You know, when I'm older, I want to live in the suburbs. I want to have the 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? The 2 cars. Even though deep down that might not even be what they wanted for real. Maybe you wanted to hustle for 5 years and have your own startup. Maybe you wanted to be a stand-up comedian, an actor, whatever it is. Maybe it's not a traditional profession that you wanted to have, but you don't want to have to face the disappointment and the looks of your parents, your family, your friends when they look at you and they see that you're still struggling. You don't want to be the black sheep of the family because it has a lot of pressure. You know, maybe your parents are not going to give you as much money. They're just going to, you know, take you off their back. They're not going to give you no money no more. But check this out. If you do this, if you actually follow the path that they set out for you, the punishment you're not going to take up front. You're going to take it in the back end. It's afterwards once you do establish yourself and have the family, the kids, and the house in the suburbs. But like deep down, you feel like you're unfulfilled, like you're not doing what you were supposed to do. And it eats away at you every day. Like personally, I have people in my life personally close to me that I grew up with, that are older than me, and that I watched go down this path now, that they have what the American/Canadian dream is, to have the house, the kids, whatever. And I can see that they're not happy. And this for you, man. Like do not get into that path if you ultimately know right now that you're not going to be happy doing it. Because yes, being the black sheep is hard. But trust me, living a life that is unfulfilling is harder. That's why we have suicide, like self-deletion rates that are really high, or people that are on medications and all these things, is because if you live a life that's counter to your nature, eventually it's going to have a toll on your body and on your mind. Now that you know it ahead of time, it's up to you to live according to that. Don't feel weird. And maybe this is like actually answering a question that you had before. Or like you feel like you're really relating to that right now because you were having that kind of same feeling about it. Maybe you just didn't know how to articulate it. That's for one. The second reason why it's really hard to live on your own terms is a lot of times it's going to require you to choose a path or to go down a path that's not predetermined. Like formal education is a predetermined path. If you go to junior high, high school, college, university, and get out of that with a degree, then you're determined to have an income at the end of that thing. Kind of, right? You're guaranteed, kind of, which is not really true because you got to still look for a job and whatnot. But at least the outcome is already determined. The stress that comes along with having to really pave your own path and the uncertainty of not knowing, you know, what you're gonna do next or when you're gonna hit, if you're ever gonna hit like the big scene or, you know, the score, or even if you're going to be able to make a living out of it. Because who knows, man, maybe your stand-up comedy is going to take 5 to 8 years to develop. Maybe your startup as a, you know, software company is going to take 5 to 8 to 10 to 15 years to develop. But at the end of the day, I really think that though. I really think that is the chase is what makes you happy. The process of getting from ground zero to the accomplishment of what you wanted is what's going to make you happy. As opposed to even to having that thing, to having the means, the $60,000 job, the $70,000 job, but not really feeling happy about it. To having the cars and all these things. But having the courage is ultimately what's going to make you happy. And trust me, you're going to look around at other people that do exactly what I just described to you. That go through life like dead fish down water. Because if you look around, a lot of people give up on life in their 30s. They're done. I'm dead ass. There's no fire in the eyes. There's no fire in when they talk. they just gave up for whatever reason. And I personally attribute it to that specific thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't want to take a chance. And neither should you. If you have that thing in your mind that you're thinking of doing, at least give yourself a chance. Try it out. One of the things that I would say, because I'm not successful by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm not an unhappy person. I'm happy in life. What I have that I think a lot of people might not have is I'm not scared to try things. I'm not scared to dive in and really give my all to it. And at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, at least I tell myself I tried it. I won't have any regrets when it's all said and done. But can you say the same? And that carries over to a lot of different areas of your life, man. If you want to talk to girls, do you stutter? Do you not do it because you're scared of the outcome? But then what's going to eat away at your mind is, shit, I should have talked to her, man. I bet I could have gotten that number. I bet I could have done this. Like, don't have regret eating away at your mind. And that's all I had to say, man. If you like it, please like the video, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm going to see you next time, okay? Peace!